So since I'm in the storytelling mood, I'm going to tell y'all about that time that my girlfriend's wife said she needed that. I want that. I want that. And she Muh-Minked me. Yes, y'all heard me right. Poly edition. So if you don't know about me, which you don't, hey y'all, I'm your cousin Jules, and I engage in poly as well as a little bit of lifestyle stuff. We could get into another one of them stories another time. And I was dating a woman and her wife, me and my girlfriend. So we were a quad, okay? And so we met in a Facebook group or whatever. Me and my ex-girlfriend was doing like starting poly together. So we like, all right, let's try it out. We met this couple or whatever. So the first one, okay, so my ex-girlfriend is a soft stud, right? I'm a femme. Spicy wifey, that's what we'll call Spicy. We'll call her Spicy. So Spicy wifey and my girlfriend, they meshed together, and wifey number 2 and me meshed together more, okay? Wifey number 2 was a switch. So that means that she was like a tomboy, but she'll put that shit on to like a girl. Like she'll dress as a femme. Loved it. Loved it. Okay. So we were all talking or whatever. Honestly, me and my ex-girlfriend did not need to be engaging in no other kind of activity with nobody else because our foundation was not solid. It was rocky at that point. Like I had went through a depression after I lost my dad, and like I literally like checked out the relationship mentally. And like, so we was coming back from that. Some other stuff went on. We went through a lot together. So we really did not need to entertain nobody. So we didn't need to entertain nobody, but we did. Okay. So we entertained them too. I feel like my ex-girlfriend could see me with like another femme, but when it comes to like a switch or someone masculine presenting, I just feel like that she didn't like that. Like she had to be the only one. Okay, get it. Still love you, Bookie. But yeah, so it didn't really work out. We ended up me and my girlfriend ended up talking, and we were like, you know what, let's work on us. Like we need to make our foundation solid, right? So we left them alone. So I told them, you know what I'm saying, and the Spicy wifey was real mad. Like, she was like, you gonna break my wife's heart. Like, you gonna let her control the narrative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, like, well, like, whatever. Like, my wife is gonna be the one hurt. Like, so we left them alone. We ended up talking to another femme. Like, it was just me, her, and my ex-girlfriend. Now, that one right there, I should have never let her get away. But honestly, I was broken, and I didn't want to break her heart. I don't even know if I really did. I might have still broken her heart, but she was a good woman. She was a good woman. We still, you know, speak here and there now, but that one should have never let it away. Her pretty self. Anyway, you guys, but back to the story. So I don't even know. Look, I don't even talk about her. I don't even know why I left off. Oh yeah. So we were entertaining her, okay? So when I broke up with me and my ex-girlfriend ended up splitting, deciding that we were gonna leave each other. Okay. So then I started talking back to wifey number 2. But it was just me and her. Like her wife wasn't in it, but they date separately as well as together. So like I just was like, in my mind, I was dating her just by myself and, you know, didn't have nothing to do with her wife. Because honestly, like, I'm from New York and her wife is from Cali. And, like, I feel like we weren't, like, gonna mesh. And then, like, her personality and mine, like, you know what I'm saying, like, didn't really go together that much or whatever. Eventually, I was sexually attracted to her. And that's it, really. Just to tell you the truth. But anywho... But I'm going too far. I'm getting beside myself already. So anyway. Sorry, that's my bad, yeah, when you talk. All right, so me and wifey number 2. So we talking for months now, like, you know, like on the phone, like it's a long distance relationship. I was all the way in South Carolina and she was all the way in another state. So we are talking or whatever, like a lot, like every day we was talking every day. Like we connected like intellectually. We connected over poetry. Like I had wrote something, like I was sick with COVID and I had wrote something or whatever, and like she wrote me back like in the poetry form, and it was just beautiful. Like our connection was like no other. Loved it. Okay, so when me and my ex-girlfriend split up, I decided to go, instead of going back to North Carolina from South Carolina, I decided to go to Maryland or whatever. Wifey number 2 had ordered something for me. So I craft and I make things and I sell them. So she ordered her wife a wine tray that said half woman, half amazing or something like that. Or whatever, right? I had made one. My ex-girlfriend actually picked that saying. And yeah, and then she ordered one and I made it. So yeah. So I told her, like, look, we could meet. I'm going to drop your gift off on my way to Baltimore or whatever. And because they, you know, live on the way. I could drop it off or whatever. And then I can meet you. Like, let's meet. Like, hey, or whatever. So I get there or whatever. And I drop the item off or whatever. And we're sitting there talking, me, her, and her wife. I didn't, like, so I'm just going on, like, you know, I asked her, like, can I date your wife? Like, would you mind if I date your wife or whatever? And she was like, oh. So in the poly world, some people say, like, if the partners date separately, that, you know, some people don't even ask, like, that ain't none of their business or whatever. But for me, I always wanted, like, a kitchen table poly where everybody can be cordial. I might not have to date your wife, but I feel like we should be able to chill, talk, you know what I'm saying? Be cordial, have a little bit of fun together, but I don't have to have like the same kind of relationship that you have, like, you know, in a bedroom one. I didn't have to do that. Like, it's not always about that part. So, I asked her, like, you know, I would like to date your wife or whatever. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, think about it and I'm gonna let you know. So then I left or whatever. Okay, that was cool. The next day, I get a phone call from her wife that morning that says, hey, we need to talk. And I'm like, we need to talk? Like, all right, what's up? I'm thinking she made a decision, like if she gonna let me date her wife or whatever. So she like, oh yeah, we need to talk. So I'm like, all right, well, let's talk. So she calls me or whatever, and she says, I didn't even know y'all was talking again.
What?
What? You didn't know we were talking again? Yeah, she said, I didn't know that y'all were even talking again. Like, so you caught me off guard, you know what I'm saying, coming here and asking me, like, to date my wife or whatever. But I don't know if I trust the situation enough to let y'all date. Like, I don't know. But would you mind, like, seeing if you would date both of us? And I told her, I said, honestly, girl, I don't know if I'm gonna like you. I do not know.